The opinions in the following podcast are the expressions and ideas of each individual host and not a reflection of 210 culture as a whole. So please take it all with a grain of salt and enjoy the show. This
¿Qué más le gusta de este parade?
No me shut up, man. No me.
It's a reflection of San Antonio, you know, and its music too, man.
The
And the pride of the great Lone Star State, our NBA champions. They are
210 Culture Podcast. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 25 of the 210 Culture Podcast, aka Boss Lady's birthday edition, aka the Donna edition, because it is her birthday. And this episode is brought to you by Southside Craft Soda, which we'll get into in a minute here. But like always, I'm G.
I'm Dom.
I'm Itzy. And Donna.
Yes, so Donna's best friend's here with us on today's episode as well.
Hurrah!
That makes it a little bit more special for everybody here. More special.
So it makes it the Valley Edition as well.
The Valley Edition.
And of course, it wouldn't be anything without it being
25.
So that is our keyword for the day here with episode
25.
and that means
I
we've
love it.
had a total
My
of
birthday card is 25.
25.
episodes. And it also means that on Saturday, which will be tomorrow once this airs, is going to be Donna's birthday, where she will be
25.
so
Such a baby.
Halfway to 50.
Such a baby.
I know, I all motherfuckers are like 30.
I know, I'm old as hell.
I just got there first.
So like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, we are now officially presented by Southside Craft Soda. So definitely check them out. We have their new line is out, the Texacola, which is very, very delicious.
Yum.
It cools you off on a warm summer's day.
Hasn't even been sunny and warm.
Today it was.
Thumbs up to anybody who got my reference on that, and if you did, we're gonna be best friends. It's
Are you winking? Nobody's gonna see you.
it's a citrus drink with Mexican pure cocaine sugar. No, we're
I
not
knew
talking.
it.
Cocaine.
We're not talking about that sugar. Of course, and then some San Antonio honey, which I don't even know where you can find bees to make honey, but they make it.
The bee drones.
They just released the beginning of this month, end of last month, beginning of this month. So
So in February.
anybody who gets to be our lovely guest gets to try them out with us here. I'm a big fan of them. Donna wasn't such a big fan. But
Yes, I was. I just said it tasted like Coke and lime. That's all I said.
So sassy. 25.
Really?
The age is getting to you.
I guess so. What did you think about it, Dom?
I like it. I can drink that all day.
What about you, Itzy?
I liked it. I just need ice with everything because yes,
It needs to be
You
cold.
fucking weirdo.
I am sorry.
yes, now the
That's
makers,
your best friend, guys, by the way.
The makers of it did say you can drink it hot, and he actually did pop one open and just like chug it there while I was talking with him.
Oh.
While they were still hot, and he said it tastes better cold, but you can still get them in hot with their being hot. And I was like, okay, cool. But shout out to Andrew for hooking us up with the free soda there, getting us with some free caps and some bottle openers.
You're my boy, Blue.
Some nice stickers there. So we definitely have a lot of stuff working with them. But like I mentioned, from now on, they are the official sponsors of our podcast here.
Yes.
Which means Dom has to go back to school and learn how to talk without swearing.
Yeah, I know.
Etiquette school.
Etiquette.
There's a thing for it.
But
But I went to school on the south side, so I'm already ready.
we're just kidding because that would be some
fucking bullshit.
So we're still gonna stay how we are until they tell us otherwise. But yeah, shout out to them, and I know they have an event in South by Southwest tomorrow.
Ooh.
They're gonna be out there with some with Red Bull and Maxim Model, and they're gonna do some painting and get their thing
Maxim
done.
Model.
So definitely check them out. They had their launch party last week. We did miss it, but we did go and show love the day before Friday when Dusty was there. Shout out to El Dusty at Frankie Diablo's.
El Dusty.
So we went to go do that, and then we hit up Bare Knuckles' market on that same night. We went to go check out some of their stuff. Shout out to Diamond Printing for hooking us up with these stickers on this table.
Loving the stickers.
I mean, I still supported and paid, but I mean, the fact that he made them. So we have some cool stuff on here. So definitely one day we'll go live and y'all can see our dope table.
Yes.
Got some Fred's fried fish on the table, some Dr. Pepper.
Woo!
Shout out for the OGs who know that.
We'll get into Fred's fish later on this podcast.
Fish.
Yes. Then Saturday we
Sounds
went
like
to
a
go
fish
visit
situation.
Roosters. Went to visit Roosters and got some chicken. Shout out to Roosters. They do give you 15% off if you are armed forces, military, firemen, police officers,
FBI.
FBI,
Border
CIA. So they have a good story. So hopefully you saw it yesterday. If not, go check it out right now and go see it. Of course, we have Papa Burger's video that should be out. Hopefully,
Papa's Burgers.
it may just be it may have just possibly been released right on Friday because the Facebook meltdown of 2019 kicked out on Wednesday.
I survived.
Oh,
Did
shit, I was
you?
going crazy.
So I actually missed our Wednesday deadline, and we're probably gonna drop it at like 2:00 in the morning on yesterday. If not, we probably just dropped it today because I've been having issues with this internet. And then Sunday we had War Room had their watch party. We weren't able to attend, but I heard it was pretty good out there. There was a bunch of people. They had more TVs with the Commanders on than the Spurs.
Yay.
So that's pretty dope. But yeah,
We tell sports Spurs though.
that's pretty much it. Dom, did you do anything interesting?
Just spending time with family. We're not getting any younger, so want to try to spend as much time with them as possible.
Especially now it's your turn.
25.
What you do?
This weekend?
Yes.
I don't remember what I did an hour ago, so I have no clue whatsoever.
Wow.
Wow.
25 and aging.
25.
25.
Well, let's go ahead and just jump into some.
Hey,
of
and
these.
that's what I did.
What'd you do?
Wait, what did you
birthday
do?
girl?
We weren't together on Sunday, so I went to Michelada Mania.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
This
me
is
and
Wow,
Boy went to Michelada
smooth
Mania
G.
where we got to taste 5 different micheladas and an order of tacos. Their
Oh,
al
wow.
pastor tacos were fucking bomb.
Better
Are you
than
saying that they slapped?
Yes. Slap
Taco
that
so
fork.
good make you want to slap your mama.
And then there's 5 different micheladas from Chef Johnny Hernandez, different restaurants, which is a Fruteria La Pearl, La Gloria,
La Par.
La Gloria, Burger Teca, and of course it was a special michelada
really?
prepared by Chef Johnny.
Was it a burger?
Fuck you.
What was it? Did he win?
Huh?
Did he win?
Well, we had 2 blue tickets to vote, but I put it into the Fruteria because I really love their michelada. It was good.
Mm.
I love
His tasted like the sauce you put when you do a shrimp cocktail. That's what it tasted like.
Oh, okay.
So he likes to be more tomato-y based.
Yeah, it was more tomato-y based, which I don't like. So
Mm.
So
Interesting. Were you
So-
lit?
no, not enough.
No.
if you haven't caught on in the last 8 minutes here, our moderator is finally back today.
Yay!
We
It's
actually
been forever.
We actually had a very
That's
very
a good
late session. Normally we do ours early enough when she's working, but because it's her birthday, we all decided to go ahead
birthday.
and make it late so we can include her for her birthday.
Yay!
Yay.
So
Yay!
anyway, happy birthday.
Well, thank
Stupid.
you.
But I guess we can go
All
ahead.
right,
and,
hurry up. Let's get into the shit.
Hey. We're trying to bask in your glory here because we only get you once a year. So
I know we only get the queen once a year,
I mean,
now.
it's true.
so
My time is limited in doses, so
let's jump into the
Take what you
topics.
get.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so the first one is, of course, jumping into sports. SA Commanders. They took on the Arizona Hotshots this past weekend, March the 10th, and took a win with a final score of 29-25. I was very late.
I had to find it.
The War Room podcast, and of course, us hosted the watch party at Stout House off of 1604, which was already said. SA Commanders take on the Atlanta Legends this coming Sunday, March 17th at 3 p.m. on the CBS Sports Network. And if we are hosting another watch party, please be on the lookout for more details about where and what time.
We will be stepping out of this one because it's your birthday weekend.
Okay.
So we're not
Yeah,
going to
you're
be
more
there,
important.
but we are going to still share because, of course, Word Room is our co-host for everything, all the podcast parties or watch parties. So, of course, we will be sharing where they will be at, which I think will probably be the bin again, unless they tell us otherwise. So I'm going to just go ahead and say it's at the bin,
Okay.
with this being Friday already, and they haven't said anything. But yeah, we'll definitely go support them out. Go support the team. And, of course, this is the last home game. I mean, away game before they come back home next week.
Yay.
So
Finally.
about time
We'll be
to
there on the sidelines taking pics.
Yeah.
And I'll be in the press box rubbing elbows with the semi-rich and famous. But
Yeah, she has elbows.
it was a good game. I gotta watch pretty much the whole. I missed the first quarter, but I gotta watch most of it. All I gotta say is if Johnny Manziel was really gonna come, he has his work cut out for him because drawing blanks right now. Whiteside? Woodside.
Yeah, Woodside.
Woodside.
My bad, Woodside. If you're listening, if your mama's listening, shout out to her too. Woodside's starting to play good. Again, we were gassed at the end of the fourth quarter.
I'm telling you, early starts.
They pretty
and
much
then
give it away.
And then after that, it's just if the defense keeps them from scoring, then they're great. But that was a close game. It shouldn't have been that close.
It should have not. But we got Farrell. Woodside actually did get Player of the Week this week for the
hey, good job, guy.
for the AAF.
Good job.
So that's good there. According to Ken's 5, everybody who's left to play has a losing record, but there's only 8 teams, so that's not hard.
Right.
But everybody supposedly else has a losing
we got
record.
this.
So we should be able to keep this. We're tied in first with the San Diego Fleet.
Screw those guys.
Hopefully we'll stay in first, so that way we can play here at home.
First the Clippers, now this.
So I'm looking forward to it. The Atlanta Legends are 1-5. Yeah, they're 1-5, so they've only won one game.
Oh, okay.
So I feel pretty good going into this one. I wouldn't say it's a blow-off game, but it is going to be a pretty...
It's never a blow-off game.
Yeah, because
everybody has their day.
We took the 3-0 team out, so we'll see. But I'm definitely feeling confident about it, and I can't wait for them to come back home.
Let's go, Commanders! Woo! Wow!
What the fuck is that? Now we're getting into the Spurs, which I didn't write anything down.
It's okay. We all know they're winning.
I was gonna say, I know they've been on a winning streak for sure.
Yeah, so they beat the Mavs, I think, last night.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they beat the Mavs. Who else? I know they played the Trailblazers already.
Yeah.
Or not yet.
Well, we're gonna have Dom pull up that up, but while we're pulling that up, one interesting factoid is they were talking to Aldridge, doing an interview with him. They were asking him that would he ever want to play again with slipping my mind.
McCullough?
No, with what's his name in Portland?
McCullough?
Dwayne Wade.
No, not McCullough.
Barack.
Lizard.
Aldridge and
Dwayne
Lillard. Yeah, Lillard.
Yeah. So that's if he'd want to play back with Lillard, and Lillard was like, or Aldridge was like, I do see myself finishing my career in Portland. So what does that mean?
Wow, this guy.
What does that mean? I don't know, but I don't know how much left he has in his contract, but that makes me wonder with him starting to wind down, does that mean when his contract's up, he's gone? Everybody's hoping that he's just
fucking bullshit.
Everybody's hoping he's just maybe joking.
I doubt
I'm
it.
hoping that maybe we just sign Lillard and bring him over, and then they can finish
and then
together
he'll
as
be
a Spurs.
fine. So before the Mavericks that we beat on the 12th of yesterday, that was 112 to 105. The game before that, it was on the 10th on Sunday, and we defeated the Bucks, the Greek freak, if you would say, Giannis. It was 121-114. So I think the Spurs are really showing up now, at the end of the season.
Right when it counts.
Right when it counts. So we just need them to keep going at this pace now.
Yeah.
They're just going into every game and they're just
Sure.
What was that? Excuse me?
Oh, the
Excuse
button's
me?
broken. Sorry, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me? What
It
was
used
that
to
again?
work. That was not what I wanted, but that'll work.
So, as of right now, Spurs are currently ranked number 6 in the Western Conference, which is 39 wins, 29 losses. But they can still pick it up and then hopefully make it to number 5 or number 4 at the end of the season, hopefully.
It's a very, very tough Western Conference.
It's the good, the bad, and the super ugly.
It's been that way for years, and it's just getting worse. But Yeah, I mean, I think it's
We
still
got
good.
the Spurs.
We got a little less now than 15 games left, so it's a pretty good last stretch run.
Yay.
So we'll see how it goes out. But
Do it for Timmy and do it for Pop.
with that being
Timmy.
said,
Come on.
I'm assuming DeRozan's still doing good, so we're just gonna go ahead and give him a salute real quick. And let's jump into something that makes Donna go beady beady boom.
Bomb bomb.
Yay. So if y'all look enough like Selena,
Me.
you can win
Almost
$500. $500.
$500.
Do any of y'all
Get
have
that
a
coin.
purple jumpsuit, red lipstick, and long black hair?
Oh, we all do in South
The
Texas.
San Antonio nightclub wants you.
Me?
Industry off of Pinebrook
don't.
Drive is
Oh.
hosting a lookalike Selena
Wah.
contest that starts at 11, but participants will be asked to arrive and take the stage early. The audience will vote for the most lookalike Queen of Cumbia. 500 will be given to first place, 300 to second, and 200 for first place. Do you guys have what it takes to look like Selena?
I don't know. Why don't y'all tell?
He has a little bit of hair going up on his whatever that is.
I mean, Dom has a
Long
little bit of thing going on his.
Yeah. My dorsal fin. Yeah.
Okay, so
long
he,
enough.
he has like
okay.
a little wannabe man bun, but it's just like a fin right now. It's like a little flipper.
Yeah, it's just there. I don't know
Red
what.
lipstick.
I don't know. Do y'all have what it takes? Itzy and Donna.
Does it look like they got what it takes?
I'm fucking fat.
Hey, it doesn't say
I
if
don't
you're the
have a
same
purple
size. It
jumpsuit.
says if you look like them.
Itzy probably has a purple jumpsuit or some shit.
All I wear is black.
I don't
I've
know.
been
You
in
might-
mourning for
you
my
might have
hot
like
body.
a plum black jumpsuit or something.
I'm gonna look like an eggplant.
That's
Okay,
good,
well,
though.
can y'all sing like her?
A lot of people
No.
like eggplant emojis.
I'll go dress up as that.
As an eggplant emoji,
Imagine she goes as an eggplant emoji,
and then
just
she wins.
$100.
Hey. The only ones who vote is us.
The only thing that sucks is that I don't know what
Wow.
I mean, maybe it already happened for all we know.
It's
I wonder
happening.
who won.
It's
I
happening
have
right
gap
now.
teeth.
I know. So vote online on Facebook at 210 Culture, and so for Donna and Itzy,
Oh
who
no,
wins
please.
Oh
Do
God,
not
are we
make
gonna
Selena
put,
contest?
Okay, so
we're gonna upload pictures of
Okay, so
ourselves?
this is going on March 22nd at Industry, 8021 Pinebrook Drive. Selena lookalike contest.
Why does
Somebody
always-
said, I wish I could go. That looks like Selena that's probably like 60 years from now.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, don't
Oh, I
don't,
love
don't
Selena
show up
Gomez.
looking like Selena Gomez. It's the Reina del Sur,
show up.
the Queen of Cumbia.
show up as Selena Gomez, pop up and be like,
Surprise, motherfucker.
I like to think I look
I
like
love
Selena sometimes
Selena
without
Gomez.
trying.
That's me when I'm laughing really hard.
No.
every woman is Selena.
They put a picture on the comments of the Fiesta girl.
Oh.
The Fiesta hoe. And then somebody put, and then this chick shows up doing the washing machine and looking for her 500.
Oh
I
my
would say
God.
everybody
You should
has
upload
a
that
little bit of
picture
Selena
later.
in them. They're either running around in a bustier or they're trying to steal somebody's chips to eat. So
That's
you're
right,
either one of the two.
Doritos.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
But
That's
yeah,
me stealing
so
the
you know,
Doritos.
if you still care for whatever weird reason, because you know Selena should have
I'm steady.
rest in peace like a year ago, but you're still out there. You can go ahead and if you ever had tired of using your imagination, now you can actually go see a Selena lookalike in person.
Wink, wink.
And maybe if you work your cars right, maybe you can put your laundry in her
I
washing
might go.
machine.
I want $500. Anyone to give me $500 just for
Should.
fun?
Anyways, moving on to the next topic. And this is for our San Antonio natives who've lived here all their lives.
Well, that means me, I guess.
SAQ. KSAT 12 has a page on their website that spells out SAQ, San Antonio questions answered, where people from all over can ask questions about San Antonio. Since this podcast is very San Antonio based, I decided to ask these burning questions to our San Antonio natives and see if they can come up with a good answer. Really?
Oh wait,
I reckon.
wait, hold on.
Are y'all ready?
No, hold on.
Whatever you're talking about, I don't care.
Well, you're gonna have to care.
This sounds like booty.
Anyways, the first question is, why is San Antonio obsessed with barbacoa and Big Red? Who decided it was a thing and why?
Why?
I'll tell you who decided it was a thing.
Tell me. Like, okay, but
I'm pretty sure they didn't want to decide it was a thing.
Well,
like, why Big Red of all drinks?
I know. Big Red is
don't attack my
Big
Big
Red
Red.
is trash.
Ah, he's the one that made this list.
There it is. It finally worked.
I didn't make this list. I asked the question.
Go, Pikachu. Oh, sorry.
They were on the website, so I just like
Why?
picked whatever
Because
Well, first off, San
Red's
Antonio was a
local.
big slaughterhouse.
yes,
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
There was.
We have the biggest slaughterhouse.
We had
used to.
What?
We used to.
Yeah, we had
Dallas
a
and
big
Fort Worth
slaughterhouse downtown,
That was horrible.
and so they would allow families or people, the workers, to take home to their family whatever was left. So a lot of it was the tongue, the head, and they would make lengua out of it. You know, Big Red.
right.
They had to use.
They would
whatever
make
was left over.
barbacoa, and then Big
Wow.
Red just came
Big Red
out
is made
later
out of
on.
lengua.
No,
It's the blood
no,
of my
barbacoa,
slaughter.
barbacoa.
Well, no, it goes down like Dom said. It was what was left over after the rich white people took their steaks and the T-bones.
So they took the Coke.
all
they took the
what
Pepsi,
was
and
left
the
was the
Pepsi.
head.
Exactly.
So the poor
Menudo and all that came.
Yeah,
Big
the
Red,
poor
Big
the
Red.
poor butchers. That's all they had left. So they would take it home, especially after Sunday when they
Sunday.
finished cooking everything else. They take the head and they would cook it all night Saturday, get drunk because they were done because they closed early, and spent all Saturday morning eating menudo because they were drunk as fuck the night before. So they would eat the cabeza that was left over. The Big Red part of it comes from the fact that it's brewed here in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was,
That it's created here.
it's
So
a soda craft.
that was at the time that it was released. It was only like a nickel, so it was cheaper to get Big Red.
So everybody loves it now.
And then the strawberry balancing the taste of the mantecas, where the love for it came, and it's always just been a staple because San Antonio
Yes.
are the only ones that have it. So San Antonio is the only one that made it.
Well,
a
now
thing.
you can buy it.
Well, you
like
see,
online.
Donna, these questions are more for us, the outsiders, that we're like valley girls. We don't know. They know. They know. What
Well, yeah, that's why I'm
Surprise,
asking
motherfucker.
them.
I thought you were asking. I don't know.
Mind blown.
Sorry.
Okay, next question.
Try again.
We know San Antonio was named after Saint Anthony, but who named San Antonio? When? Why?
Mexico.
Well, back then,
It's the biggest
the
state in
mission,
America.
the Alamo, the head person was Saint Anthony. That's why he was the monk that was in charge of the mission. So he was the one that was taking care of like the sick and making sure everybody was.
So they just
taken care
turned
of.
his name into
San
Spanish,
Antonio.
San Antonio.
Well, yeah, 'cause it's from
saint.
Mexico.
They made him a saint because
Mhm.
in order to be a saint, he has to create miracles. And when he dies, if you pray to him and a miracle occurs, then he's a saint.
Mhm.
3 miracles have to occur.
So I guess
San
this
Antonio.
next question is for people who are not from here, like from Texas maybe. But what is the difference between barbacoa and barbecue?
What?
Same
Simple. Stupid.
word.
I don't know. Many people don't know.
So the
Oh, yeah,
thing,
you're right.
it's
Other
it's,
people don't know.
It's simple. Simple question. It's a white person problem. Because you go to certain restaurants, it'll say barbacoa, and when you read it, it says barbecue. But that's where the white people translate it over
In Google Translate.
in Google Translate. So like you
Barbacoa
said,
means barbecue.
like you always say, you
you
don't
translate.
say that it's barbacoa. You always say it's carne asada,
Right.
and that's kind of always been the slang to it. But technically, that's what it translates to. In Spanish, it's just everyone's associated barbacoa with the actual meat.
hmm
Just like carne asada is technically fajita, so you don't say you want a barbecue, you say you want a fajita.
Try again in a few seconds.
Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me.
So yeah, so you don't, so technically you're telling us you don't want a barbecue, you want fajita.
Got it.
But you always say it as carne asada because you're like, oh, it was the sausage and everything. But that's not carne asada. Carne asada is fajita.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing here. It's just
it's a language barrier thing.
it's just a language where you like to pronounce it with the slang because you're the same way. You don't technically say barbacoa, which is
It's a
barbecue.
region thing.
barbecue.
Yeah.
It's region thing, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's many things that you guys say very different here than in the valley.
Right.
Exactly, and that's what it falls on
It's
against.
a language barrier thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it falls
Just
there.
like charro beans. You'll say charro beans here, and we say frijoles a la charra
Oh.
See?
in the valley.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
But-
it's 'cause in
Language
But
Spanish
actually-
it's reversed.
But actually, depending on where you go, then they're also borracho beans.
Yeah, that too.
Language
Borracho beans.
barrier.
So, which in the valley, I've always known them as borracho beans.
I mean,
I've never
we
heard them
always
as.
said frijoles a la charra.
Seems
Yeah.
like a
When
lot of work.
I go to Mexico, I would hear it that way. But like when we go down there to the valley, I always hear borracho beans.
Or like me and Efren always get in
I've
fights
never heard
because
of borracho beans
the
until
wedding
they came up
cookies.
Even don't
we
even
call
speak
them
proper English,
panfino,
Spanish.
but Efren calls them hojarascas.
That's too Mexican.
See, even Mexicans are like dogging another
See,
Mexican.
friend, you're just stupid.
You don't know. Shut up.
Okay, next question. How do you really pronounce Hebner? Is it really Hebner?
Yeah, it's Hebner.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Or is it
That's the
Hubner?
way that
I
Google
saw
says it
Hubner.
too.
How would you pronounce it?
I read it
Hubner.
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 Is it
Hubner.
exactly. Hubner.
The U is silent. It's Hebner.
That no. Eso no es de Dios.
It's language
I'm
barriers.
telling you,
Language barriers.
somebody
Spelled
not
it-
from
spelled it
here,
Fucking
you know,
bullshit!
would get confused, kind of like Wurzbach. I would say Wurzbach.
War's back.
Not even then. Like
Got that back.
like
girl.
Helotes, like Helotes, she would call it elotes.
Elote.
She's like, it's out there,
All the me-
elotes.
All the Mexicans are like, man, I love elotes.
She's like, where's he? The first time she's like, where's elotes? I was like, elotes? You mean helotes? And she's like, no, elotes. And I was like, helotes. And she's like, no. I was like, show me. And just like, yeah,
Oh,
helotes.
elotes.
So, okay, there's this little
Elotes.
town that's spelled Gruene.
That's
How would
green.
you
I
pronounce-
lost you at
Shut the
G.
hell up! I'm trying to tell her.
G.
I'm-
Gruene.
Gunter. I can't. I'm not a like. I need to see it.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
You're gonna spell it out.
I need it. I
So-
need it. Like this is
A
why I don't
representation.
remember what happened this weekend.
Gruene. How would you pronounce that?
Groony.
Rooney.
I used to pronounce it Gruen, but it's actually green.
Yeah, it's because
No.
they use silent again.
Green.
Or like
it's a
Lukenbach.
fancy green. It's green.
Looking back.
Well, it's like
Lukenbach.
San Antonio's a mix of Mexican, German.
Well, more in the hill country areas. That's where you get that weird shit.
This
That's
Hebner
like
is
German.
German.
That's
And then
German
green
too.
is German.
No, I
as
just think it's a fancy word for green. Green.
good.
You want some green color?
But anyways.
Yes, here you go.
Tell us another one.
Yeah.
What's
this
the
is
next question?
The next question is also pronunciation. How do you really pronounce Nyosa? Is it Nyosa or Neosa?
If you don't know how to fucking pronounce it, you need to get the fuck
I
out of
don't
town.
Okay, bye.
I don't
I'll
know.
see you.
Unless you're a tourist. But even then, you don't ever fucking pronounce it. Just say you're going to NIOS.
See, I'm not even Nyosa.
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 So it's abbreviated for Night in Old San Antonio.
Nyosa.
Neosa.
Either way.
Nyosa.
Neosa.
Sounds
Nyosa.
more high tech.
So Neosa. She pronounced
If you're
So
white-
the country.
If you're
where-
white, it's Neosa. If you're fucking smart in San Antonio, it's Nyosa.
If you're from Mexico like me, Nyosa.
If you pronounce it wrong and I catch you in the streets,
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
That's how we pronounce it. Nyosa.
And of course, the burning question that I keep asking myself every day: why is Fresh Fish still in business?
Is it bad?
because it keeps the hood fed. You know how
It's
Jesus always
cheap
says.
and it's good.
You know how
Really?
Jesus always says
So
that.
it multiplies. They only have like 50 fish and end up getting.
Yes, you know how
200?
Jesus said. You know how they say you teach a man to fish, they live
He
for a day.
fish
You
for
open
life.
up Fed's fish fire, they can
He
eat
live
for
for life.
years.
So Fred's fish, because you know what? Explain to Itzy, please, because she
Please,
doesn't
I
know.
don't know.
Okay, so it's that sticker that's on the other
Yeah,
side of the
I see
table. That's the logo. So every place that you go to is like this really rundown restaurant that have burglar bars on the doors, and some places
My
have
favorite.
plexiglass so you don't get shot.
Like Mexico.
Which I'll take you Friday since
Like
you're going to be here Friday. We'll take her to go to eat Freddy's on Friday. So
You know, it would be good because I've never gone either.
oh, it's pretty good.
It's
Where?
good.
Really?
It is pretty good fish.
I don't know.
It is pretty
It's
good.
because the
I'm gonna end up getting chicken tenders.
They don't have chicken tenders like us fish.
damn it.
Fish,
I'll
bread,
take my
Coke, and
spicy
big reds.
ketchup from Whataburger and eat the fries. Got
I'll
it.
bring it home.
But anyways.
But they are only located in the hood. They are only located on
That's
the
how
west
you know
sides,
it's good.
the south sides, the
That's
east
how you know it's
sides.
good. It's kind of like
But-
street tacos.
They normally keep their place super fucking cold and it's super outdated, so you don't want to eat there. So you normally take it home.
Oh.
So the story that keeps going is that it's actually a front for selling drugs because you never see people park there. There's
Got
never
it,
any
got
cars
it.
there. They're
You're
open.
in and out,
They're open, but there's never any cars there.
but we don't call it
But-
in and out.
Got it.
But it's super cheap. I think you can get like a 10 piece for like $20 with
You want
fries.
to pull
and
up a menu?
drink. I'm just saying. I was gonna say, I think I can pull up
Do
a
they?
menu.
I mean, if you're saying it's so run down, do they even have a website?
Oh,
Yes.
that's
Well,
right.
watch out. Fritz Fresh Fry, the first one that was pulled up. So let's see here.
I mean, it might
Website.
have it on Yelp, but do they have like an actual website?
That's a good.
That's a good question.
I know. I've never had to look.
I've never ordered
Sorry.
online.
Online.
You
So
brought
right
the
here.
wrong host
Well,
today.
it doesn't have the price.
Expect me more often, guys. I like
It
this.
doesn't have the price, but they have stuff like you get a 3-piece fish, fries.
Hey, then
tartar
it's
sauce.
expensive. If they don't show their prices online, that's just expensive.
See,
Or it's so cheap that they don't want to, like, no.
yes, exactly.
They need to keep
They're
their
like,
cover.
find out for yourself.
Yeah, so.
That's a good way to get the people in. A mystery. Who doesn't like those?
See, they even offer a jalapeno as a side. Like, they don't charge you, just jalapeno
Mhm.
comes
You
with
get
it.
Oh, that's
jalapeno with it.
fantastic.
And
Anywhere I
ketchup.
go, it's
And
no.
Ketchup. And cash up. Cash up spelled with a C, not a K. This is on the menu. Cash up.
Got soup?
Cat soup.
Yeah,
Cat
soup.
You want some cat soup? Ew, no.
But
Poor cat soup.
yeah. So the whole urban legend, just like Mattress Firm, is that they're just a drug front, and they don't actually sell anything.
Oh,
so
wait, they do sell chicken strips.
Ooh, I'm safe.
I probably wouldn't
And
get them
chicken
though.
burger.
I mean,
Why not?
Wow, it comes
that's
with
like getting
burger
enchiladas
sauce.
at a burger place.
I mean,
I would-
stop you,
asshole.
Okay, let me
I
tell
would
you.
not
We
get
just went
enchiladas
to
at a burger
what
place.
place was it called? What was it called? Already,
What?
Carl's Jr.
Yes.
Yes, and they were selling tacos. That's a burger place selling
No,
tacos.
it's a burger place / Mexican restaurant because
Oh,
that's the
really?
green burrito. The
Oh,
green burrito.
I got so like angry. I'm like, look.
The green burrito.
Let
is
me
the,
tell you
She got
something.
crushed.
The green burrito is the Taco Bell of Carl's Jr.
She about to come at you.
Always get what's not served because then it'll be fresh. That's fish of the sea.
Yes, but
Chicken
then
of the sea. How do? Yes.
Bats are the chicken of the cave.
Is chicken of the sea tuna or chicken?
Yeah, that whole situation.
but yes, that's the story behind it, and it's gotten so popular of an urban legend that this year the owner of Fred's Fried Fish actually came out and said, "No, we don't sell drugs here." Allegedly,
Churches sells drugs.
Allegedly. that's
Churches
so
sells
weird.
drugs.
Churches sells drugs here.
McDonald's sells porn,
What?
and
Food porn.
Oh.
I think Dairy Queen does cocaine.
Yes, because
Hey, do you want to see the latest DVD of our
There was-
Big Macs?
You're laughing, but
Yes.
in Floresville,
That's
my
the kind of
senior
one
year, there was
that
a
I want.
whole drug bust because people were selling porn out of the drive-thru of McDonald's.
What?
No way.
Yes.
What?
Why can't they just find that shit online? Pornhub,
Because
it's free.
It's Floresville. We don't have fast internet. It's
Yes, the lag would
Yes, the
I
lag's
see, I
bad.
see.
You're
Why?
like, ah, and then you see the hands go. You're hearing she's done, and it's just like the opening title sequence, Pornhub.
Oh,
like, oh.
that's it.
That's
The
sad.
doom, dun, dun. And that's where it's
Wow.
done.
Just
They-
whacking off to noises. It's all a monkey.
They'd rather just watch the goats outside. It's cheaper. So yeah, so those are the questions of the day. Maybe we should start looking up weekly and do more questions.
This is
More questions as the week go by. That would be
yeah.
pretty dope.
This is actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Although it kind of sucked because I had to really look through these questions because all the other questions that they were asking were like stupid ones, like why doesn't San Antonio clean up the trash or some
my
shit like
God.
that? And I'm
Why
like, I don't
doesn't
care.
Why does Steve Osterhage greet people from Nagas Wagas but not anywhere else?
Why did the internet go down today? It's always been down.
Why don't you go ahead and tell her that nice story of Bill, what's his name from Ken's 5?
You say it, and I'll show her.
Why?
sure.
It's funny when you
Wait,
say
what's
it.
going on?
Well, you say while I find it. What's his name?
It's on Ken's 5, Bill, whatever the fuck his name is.
Bill.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, chingo.
I'll find it, you tell the story, because I'm hooked up.
I don't remember.
No,
Oh
you.
my
Well,
God.
since we're on the topic of pronunciation, why is Ouija boards pronounced Ouija? I like saying Owaja because that's how it's spelled. Ouija board.
Oh, Waja.
Okay, so one of our weather guys went live on Facebook the other night.
Got it.
Said Wanga.
And this is what happened.
Melinda, how are you? Paige, Texas. Not a big drop, Richard. A little bit. Not too much from where we are now. Brazil is watching tonight. That's awesome. Hello, Carlos. Nalgas Wangas. Where's that, Simon? Wow. Or what did I
Poor
just say? Did I say
man.
something nasty?
Did I
Melinda,
say
how are you?
something nasty? Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's nasty.
Nalgas wanga. I like that.
So that should be one of the questions on there. That where exactly is it? I'm gonna go put that on the page. I'm gonna go put it and be like, where is it?
do.
How's this pronounced?
Can somebody tell me where
Watermark it.
Dallas Wangas, Texas is?
It's right next to the wall.
Did I say something nasty?
It's right next to the wall.
Anyway, Issy doesn't like me reading the topics. She's gonna read this next one.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
So, happy birthday, World Wide Web. The World Wide Web celebrates its 30th birthday this week, which is, what, like 5 years older than us?
Yes.
Wow.
Basically.
Damn.
It's no
We
longer.
used to have AOL,
25.
and I used to go to her house all the time, and all it did was... and I loved it.
It's horrible.
Back then, the concept of connecting people around the globe was difficult to grasp, but today there are more than 4 billion active daily internet users and more than 1 billion active websites around the world. Tim Ward, owner of All Systems Go, started his business before the web was even discovered. So I guess here we have some questions. What would we all be doing if the World Wide Web hadn't existed?
Probably talk to each other.
Probably go
Okay.
outside.
What the hell
Rob
is
Lloyd,
that?
it's supposed to be this one.
Ah, yes. Memories.
The noise of childhood right here.
Oh, I remember this like it was
And
yesterday.
you better hope that no one's on the phone because that's going to connect real good. Disconnect.
Remember when like every magazine would have a CD for like free 500 hours
No.
of like AOL or
Yes.
like
Oh yeah.
I do remember
of
that.
Net Zero or who else? There was one more. I remember. But yeah, and you would
I
like
Am Messenger.
everyone would like pile up those CDs that when they expired they would just create a new one and then they would just swap it out and then when it expired because normally it was like about a month worth of internet and you would just like
What?
pile them up because they were like in
I
every
know that.
magazine and they'd be like, oh, come in. Zoe is here tonight,
Zoe!
guys. Shout out to our dog who likes to hear the sound that goes. "Rrrr."
Leave her. Get over there, please.
Thank you. So, yeah, she was mad because we did the show without her since she was producer last week. She was pretty upset about that.
At least she has her alligator, so she's okay.
So, yeah, it's crazy how 2 days after the 30th anniversary, we are stuck with no internet thanks to Mark Zuckerberg not paying his bill.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Pero Mark and Chinga.
You should post that on your web
I know.
page.
But a lot of people are not going to understand it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Just translate it. It's fine.
Okay.
Put chinga means this.
Nalgas
Chinga,
Wangas.
insert word.
It means friend.
Hi, Chinga.
If the world wouldn't exist, we wouldn't be doing this. That's definitely number
I
one.
know.
No.
You wouldn't be able to hear this.
Yeah.
At least you would have to hear it on a mixtape.
I mean, the
probably.
good thing is we wouldn't have any Kardashians or any of this other bullshit, but
But I like that bullshit.
We would have the Kardashians.
Yeah, the bit bullshit starts a lot of bullshit.
no, they wouldn't because then you
tea
couldn't find
is
all that porn.
hot.
You couldn't find all the porn online.
But it would be on.
Yeah, you go to
VHS.
Blockbuster every. Wait, did Blockbuster sell porn back then?
No,
It was in
you
the back
go to
room.
an adult.
Yeah, you had to go to the back
Oh.
room.
You had to be like 18 or older and then go in the back room.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I was just saying.
Yeah, you didn't
the
know.
innocent child section.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you here for the legal section? It's right back here.
I'm an adult
How do
now.
y'all know that?
How do
Because
you
our
not know
dads
that?
would go there.
Did you not watch
We didn't
what
have
comedy
daddies.
special was it? I think it was the Fluffy movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And the
Yeah,
part
yes.
where he's like, and then I went around the corner and I saw the special section in the back is like all this porn stuff
It's
hanging. It was his
It's
second.
at the beginning.
It was the
It's
second
what
one.
opens
Yeah,
up.
it was the second one.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Yeah.
He makes those funny noises.
I was too young back then to even
No.
think about what porn was.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what Hollywood Video was or
No. We
Blockbuster.
What we would do,
or-
we would play Dance Dance Revolution and wait for the internet to like arrive. Oh wait, we didn't have. Okay, this is before that. What would we do? We would walk around.
You would
the
actually go
neighborhood with
outside
an
and play?
axe. So there's a story. So there's this man. He's like a little not there, and he's kind of like a pedophile. Yeah, he's kind of like a pedophile. And so me and Donna were scared of him, and we would just
But now
walk
you're
around
25.
the her house, her little area, with an axe because we were scared and who knew if he was going to attack us, but we were prepared.
He was really interested in Itzy though. He was like so focused on just grabbing her. And so he would follow her all the time because she would come walking to my house because it wasn't that far away.
Damn.
It wasn't, but I would cross his house on the way to her house. So yeah, he was just like weird, and I never knew his name. And he had like a speech impairment, and all he would do is say hi, and that is how we get to know him. That is forever his name. Hi.
I shouldn't laugh because I think
internet.
he's dead, right?
No, it's his uncle.
Oh, okay.
He's very much alive and still touching little girls.
Oh, this is
So,
Yeah,
G,
it
what
is.
would you be doing if there was no internet right now?
I'd be building some Legos and shit.
Wow.
Nah,
I could
At
see
30.
that. I could see that.
Nah,
Okay.
actually, I'd probably be playing more video games again like I was before I started doing this. And
But if there was no internet, would they still have video games?
Yes. Like,
That'd be a good
Yeah,
point.
just not
Nintendo
online
64.
play.
We probably would still have fucking NFL Street if it wasn't for fucking.
Yeah, I miss NFL Street.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I was always outside as a kid, so I mean, I didn't really actually see the internet until I was in middle school. Probably.
we'd be so tan.
When he was in middle school looking at porn.
Well, I mean, I was outside like 98% of the time.
98%.
Excuse me, ma'am. We're trying to shoot here.
We're trying to make one of those special films.
We ain't got
and
no
messing it
time,
all
no
up.
time
It's
for
just
that.
the times where she would come over and we would be on the internet and play games and stuff.
This is
Alfie.com. Crazymathgames.com or something.
We'd be playing
All the learning
I love
games.
playing the Disney ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Lilo and Stitch one where he would grab all the food with the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Reminiscing.
Let's jump over to the next topic now.
This is a topic I'm very interested in.
Get it.
I was about to say that.
Just because I have one question. Where the fuck was this when I was going to UTSA? And
It was there.
reason I
Nobody
want to
told
go
us.
I
to
need to
UTSA.
fucking pay
I
for
already
this shit
graduated.
now so that I can get a sugar daddy to pay off my loans.
I hope you like Splendid Daddies because that's what you settled for.
Splenda.
I don't care what type of sugar it is. Splenda, Sweet and Low, Stevia, whatever.
Take me outside. How about that?
It's a pure cane.
Natural
like actual
sugar.
Cane sugar.
But anyways, UTSA students become sugar babies to help pay student loans. The operators of the dating website Seeking Arrangement says UTSA is among the top colleges of what they call sugar baby schools. Students at UTSA are finding relief with the help of so-called sugar daddies. The dating website Seeking Arrangements promotes connecting sugar babies with sugar daddies to fund lavish outings, college, or paid debt. Its extra income, Silvas said, is help paying ease expenses for at least 2 of his friends who use the website.
What about the sugar mamas? Where they at?
Yeah, where all these older women at that want to take care of these young men?
I know.
bro?
Instead, we have to settle for cash for gold.
You see, I'm the type that takes care of my significant other. I'm kind of tired of that, and I want a sugar daddy. I want one. But I
So
don't wanna
here's
pay the
Itzy's
price.
ad on meetpeople.com. Sugardaddies.com.
I mean,
I'll
we
go-
take
I'll
care
go-
of each other fine, but you know what? It's nice having that extra income to pay off some shit. You know what I mean?
So,
Like,
G, I think she's suggesting something.
yeah.
The buddies.
Let me do it. We'll both benefit from this. Come on.
No touchy. That's all he says.
No
No
touchy.
touchy.
Yeah. As long as you don't have to give no sugar, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Oh, so like dates, you'd be good. Like, hey, go with me on a date.
Nah, like
As
she
long
can,
as she edits those videos, we'll be fine.
yes, but long as she can go in the nun outfit.
Like
None
the
of
scary
that
nun or the.
Take me outside. How about
And it has to
Guess
be.
who's making an account this weekend?
Me.
But he also has to be at least 95 or older. That way we don't have to go for this much longer, so he can die fast.
Oh, damn. Oh, wait. Why
There's
am I
ways around
including
that.
myself in that?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, guys, I'm Itzy, and I'm going to be doing a Seeking Arrangements. If you want to hit me up, please.
You heard it here on 210 Culture.
We pimping hoes out here.
Find her on our Facebook. Get the information. Message us.
Pimping nurses.
Anyways, that's pretty much it for the topics. I know we have shameless plugs on that. So really?
I was helping him hear her phone number.
8675309.
That works too. So before we jump into some shameless plugs, we do have a little bit of time real quick. So I'm going to jump into our second episode of doing this because this is fun.
Oh, God.
Count me out of that.
What is it? Oh, God.
So we started a new segment here called Insta Story.
Pitch your story.
Oh.
Or
I
Insta
got
Pitch.
logged out of my Instagram.
We call this Insta Pitch. So what I'm going to do, because it's the birthday girl's day,
Yes.
she's going to scroll, should we say 2 or 5?
Why doesn't
7.
Donna just give us a topic
No,
and
2
then
or
we go
5.
from there?
3, 2.
2? Okay, so you're going to run your finger twice through the screen.
Okay.
And whatever the picture lands on, we're going to pitch a story based on the picture.
Got it. I'm good at storytelling.
1, 2.
She didn't even get it the second time.
Okay, well then do it again a second time. Okay. So we're going to go...
What is it?
We're going to go with the one that's easier out of the two because it was right in the middle. So we're going to go with the topic being, shout out to Alamo Foodie that we landed on. We're going to do a story based on a rooftop outside.
Can't afford that.
So the way that it works is that we go pretty much 2 to 3 minutes at a time. One person starts the story and we continue just like in elementary school where you continue reading.
2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, so it's popcorn story of pitching this movie. We did it last week with tomatoes and it was terrible.
Yeah,
So
very.
we're going to go ahead and do it again because you're here and you're creative like we are. So we figured this would be fun.
So I think we should start with Itzy then.
No, I don't even know how it goes.
We'll put her in the middle
Yeah.
and then you take it home like last time.
Take it home.
All right, so this will be a romantic comedy brought to you by Southside Craft Soda. So it's a story about this guy. He was born with this weird disease where his arm looks like a piece of hamburger meat
Ooh.
Oh, what
Tiny
the-
hands.
because he had this weird freak accident where he stuck his hand in a meat grinder because his dad used to be a
Oh.
butcher.
Yes.
But it didn't like cut his hand off. It just like mutilated type thing. So he's all mutilated.
It made it texturized.
So he's embarrassed about it because obviously it looks all nasty and weird.
That's my strong
So ironically enough, because his dad was a butcher, he became a caterer. And he was catering this fancy rooftop party. So there, he meets this scientist. And this lady is really weird and likes weird stuff. But he's...
Am I the scientist?
No.
Oh, damn.
Like weird
I mean-
sexual stuff or like weird, just like weird fucking
She does weird stuff. Like she tries to merge like a pig and a monkey together. Like weird shit like that.
Spider pig. Wait, no.
So she tries to make weird shit like that. But
Spider pig.
she's pretty much at the point right now at her, before they get to this rooftop scene, they show her like at her office and her boss is like, if you do not find me an amazing breakthrough in medical science, you're going to be fired in the next week. So he's there and serving sliders because that makes this funnier. So he's serving hamburger sliders.
Oh, damn. Reminiscing.
He's reminiscing the old days of the meat.
So that's like it triggers the flashback about his hands all fucked up. So he normally wears a glove. This glove is brown. And
Same color as the patty.
same color as the bun.
Same color.
So that's where this show goes. So it shows him there and he's just chilling and he accidentally puts his hand on the table where the burgers and the sliders are.
Damn.
So this doctor
Picks up the hand.
picks up the hand thinking it's a hamburger and takes a bite out of it. And he's like, what the fuck? That's my hand. And with the reaction, he ends up backhanding her and knocking her the fuck out.
Damn.
So he ends up taking her...
God.
Back to her lab.
Back
Because
to-
he found out where she was.
No, he takes her back to the kitchen and throws some water on her to wake up.
She's like, hello?
So
Hello.
she wakes up, but when he was busy grabbing another water, his hand was just like swinging in the air. So she's like, ah!
Look
And
at all these chickens.
he's like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, huh? Oh, that's just my hand. Don't worry about it. And she was like, that looks like a good project to work on. So she goes and takes him to the lab. And she tries this new process to make his hand chip back normal because that way she won't get fired.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Your story is
This all happens on a rooftop.
What? They were in the kitchen first.
Yeah, no, they met at the rooftop. That's where she got the burger because they're having a party on the rooftop. That's what I said in the picture.
Does the guy's hand, like, does the meat disattach from it?
No, it stays on it. It's all attached to him, but it looks like hamburger meat, like a hamburger patty.
Because I was just thinking how funny it would be if he, like, got a glove and just stuffed, like, his meat hand in it and then just started slapping people with it.
Continue, go ahead. So he goes to slap people with it because it comes off.
What? I said it didn't come off.
No, so she does the experiment and the hand comes off. So then he's able to do that because he becomes a serial killer and starts slapping everybody.
I'm doing it to her.
No, you got to go for another minute.
Why?
So that's how it goes.
Oh,
so after he slaps people, what happens?
You should continue it, and we have like side commentary.
So what happens after you slap him with it?
I don't know. Like he just
does it become a serial killer?
You know what? Yes, that sounds like a great idea. And he's the Hamburglar.
Now, what happened to the doctor? But what happens to the doctor? Did he eat her?
Well, no, because he ends up falling in love with her because she got freaked out, but then she tried to fix him, and so
she got freaked out, but now she freaks him.
Well, I mean, you say that she's into weird shit, so
she likes it
it's only natural for them to fall.
She likes it meaty.
He calls it the hamburger helper.
Wow.
So that hand in the commercial is actually his hand.
Oh my god!
Yes, it takes over on its own. It takes over on its own, and Dom, take it away.
Wow, that was great.
Okay, so now he has a new life in making commercials for Hamburger Helper
because he
and
get the girl.
Dr. McDonald, Rhonda McDonald.
Yes.
So she feels excluded because now he works a life as a television star, even though he's secretly a killer, and so nobody knows this about his life, but the doctor does. So she gives him an ultimatum to either leave with her to fix him because he's crazy because the experiment made him cuckoo.
Got it.
And now the hamburger hand has a mind of its own. So now they have to come together to stop the hamburger hand.
What was that movie called? That was a movie.
This is the movie.
Hamburglar?
The Hamburglar.
No, the movie where it was. I watched it when I was little. Where this hand just has a mind of its own, and then they shove it in the microwave.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it is.
Right.
Oh, it's the Addams Family. The hand of
No.
its own.
No. This was a movie.
Evil Dead.
Take it away. Finish it.
I lost the story.
Okay,
so they have to team up to kill the hand.
Because the Hamburglar is now on its own.
So the doctor ends up giving an extra hand, a helping hand, to the guy, and she gives him not a hand but a claw. So he has a claw as a hand, and the hand as a hand. So they go and
he has a regular hand and a claw, basically.
Yes, that's what I said. And I don't know where to go from there. Where are they?
So then they're chasing the hand. They're chasing the hand, and then the hand ends up on the rooftop, and they're all there. The same rooftop that the whole thing started at. And then the hand goes and starts choking the shit out of her, and then
but then she's getting off to it.
Yes, but then
harder.
So then she stabs the hand with the knife that she had earlier that was given to her by the dude.
And then he cuts it in half with his claw hand.
Yes, and it starts bleeding out crazy. And
it's
then
bleeding out Hamburger Helper.
It's just bleeding out, and then you just see the hand drop, and she's like, "Oh, thank God it's over." Then she turns around and sees the guy, and he's dead because he was still connected the whole time.
What?
So the blood that was gushing out of the hand was his own blood.
Story.
This could be. So
Jordan Peele's gonna make it in Twilight Zone.
It all ends. It all ends with her by herself, and the hand and the arm dead. And then she walks up. And then you see the hand start moving, and then it cuts back.
I love you, Jenny.
You see the hand the finger move up and down, and then it cuts back, and she has no hand.
She did not come in handy.
And we call it the hand job.
This needs to be a movie quick.
The hand job.
ASAP.
And that is
ASAP Rocky.
And that is how you play Instafilm. But maybe one day we'll actually get a good photo that we can use and not just random ass photos.
I like puns. Puns are great.
Yeah.
Girl.
But
Yeah, let's give it a hand.
Look at that pretty girl.
Thank you.
but yeah, time to wrap up the show here.
Our shameless plugs.
Our shameless plugs. But before we do, we got one last thing to do. And Zoe, ready? Ready? Let's go. Take it away. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Donna. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. 25. Oh my god. I was like 25 2 years ago.
I'm like 25 right now.
25.
25.
Zoe's 25 in dog years.
Hey, Donna, you know
Old
something
ass
funnier
dog.
than 24?
25.
You know what happens when you add 24 to 1?
Oh God.
25.
26 minus 1.
25.
Half a quarter? Or
What?
half the country?
25.
A quarter of a life?
25.
Wow. All right, we're done.
4
Two-
times 5 plus 5.
When you give $1 to a 75-cent machine, you get a quarter.
25.
What's 9 plus 10?
25.
9 plus 10
Surprise,
is
motherfucker.
not 25.
So we're just gonna do some quick plugs here before we're done. So tomorrow, catch us over at Dragon Lair to give a big old support to our boy Bowie, who's releasing his new book.
I'm not gonna be there.
Boo.
Where is
Boo.
it?
I'll be back in the summer, guys.
Yes.
He will be releasing his new book, The Room 26 in the Kaiju of Chorizo Springs.
Chorizo.
Carrizo Springs.
Oh, Chorizo.
So it is a 210 Culture event. So shout out to Bowie. We'll be out there with him.
100%.
Yes, as Dama just mentioned, Culture Creation is now out at 11:10 on Thursday.
She's almost unplugging it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and update that, upload that right after this, and of course, one more time, let's shout out our sponsors of this podcast, Southside Craft Soda, for providing us with these dope sodas. Shout out to Jessica that we met today over at Heroes and Fantasies.
Where the heroes are in your fantasies.
If you're looking for a pop figure and you can't find it, she's the woman to go to. She will hunt it down for a good price. So shout out to her. She's officially our pop plug. And of course, Heroes and Fantasies are the official sponsor of the Alamo City Comic-Con.
Which we want to go.
So hopefully we'll
I
be able
wanna
to get some
go.
tickets there. Of course,
So you gotta make a
Sunday,
trip.
Commander's Watch Party with
I don't got tickets.
the War Room. So definitely go check them
We
out.
might get
Also this
tickets.
weekend, if you are in the New Braunfels area, the Hill Country Comic-Con's going on as well.
Ooh.
Saturday and Sunday out there. They're going to have the original cast that's alive from the X-Men animated series and
Those are the best.
The Land Before Time.
No,
So they're going to
way.
be there.
Ducky.
And then I think the guy who's doing the new Christopher Robin movie, Tigger and Pooh, the guy who voices them's going to be out there too. Then you have... what am I missing? I think that's all that we have, other than our regular shout-out, TBC, Texas Bearded Cartel, Miss Sherry over at Nestle Toll House.
Making them cookies.
Mr. Walker over at Papa's Burgers. Shout out to him there. Shout out to the whole
Lone
Southside
Walker Ranger.
Craft Soda team. Shout out to Matt and all the bare knuckles out there.
Freetail.
Shout out to Freetail, yeah. We have something special with that coming up eventually. I don't know when that's coming out.
But stay tuned.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the Girl Scouts of America that we met Saturday during the beer tasting.
And the cookies too. They were good.
The cookies were dope.
What's your favorite
flavor?
Oh, the was it those the caramel?
Same.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, those.
And most importantly, before we wrap this up, shout out to the boy Caesar over in Sangria on the Berg. If you didn't catch it to the last Wednesday, not the one that just passed, but the one before that, he was on Guy's Grocery Game. He ended up getting second place. He lost to the winner, which isn't bad when you come in second place out of 4.
First is the worst. Second's
the best. Nobody cares about the rest.
And pay attention if you really follow him in his restaurants. If you pay attention through all the rounds except the last one, he pays tribute to all of the restaurants. He starts in the first round by making the sangria breakfast steak. He makes his milanesa, but instead of using chorizo gravy, he makes chorizo salsa. Then he goes and pays homage to ceviche by making the shrimp nachos.
Ooh,
So that was dope. And I totally forgot what he made at the end. Oh, he made fish tacos. But the thing is that you could only go down 2 aisles of the store. So he wasn't able to get tortillas. So instead he had to use lettuce as a tortilla shell, which I feel like that kind of hurt him. But it was a pretty good time. I got to talk to him after. We did a little back and forth on Facebook. So he has some big stuff coming up as well. And, I don't want to say, I don't think I can give stuff away, but
big things are coming.
Let's just say a red little car is going to be driving around San Antonio soon. That's all I can
Lightning McQueen?
give away.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but shout out to Guy and everybody
Guy.
there. Is it Diners? I just wanted an excuse to say. I just want an excuse to say that. Shout out to Hood All Stars, and I think that's it because I can't think of anything else we have going on. This
I
weekend.
think we
already got them.
Yeah, we need to give Donna a last shout out because
It's her birthday.
Because we wouldn't be here without Donna.
Yes, we wouldn't be here without her. With the planning she does behind the scenes and the posting.
Yeah, I remember the first time meeting Donna in college.
I know it may look like it's just a bunch of guys who run wild on this page like Hulk Hogan, but
brother.
Brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. I really feel though like if one day that if we're never mentioned for like female run business, I'm gonna be really upset because Donna does run a lot of this as much as she likes to pretend that she doesn't.
Good for you, baby
I
girl.
know. If y'all would see her right now,
the
she has a
background.
bun.
Okay.
As much as
She
she
has a
likes to
bun
say
on
that
right
I run
now.
the show, I don't. It's really
He's the
her.
front. He's the puppet.
He's a
I'm
face.
He's a puppet.
I'm the face that runs the place, but she's the boss that makes the house. I don't know.
She's the boss that makes the pot.
That makes the sauce. She's the boss that makes the sauce.
Got it.
I'm just the face.
No,
that
I'm just the
runs place.
voice, guys.
But yes, without her, we wouldn't be here 2 years later or 25 years later. 25, 21. So, so when you do see her on camera, you see us filming, make sure you say hi to her and slap her a couple of times. It's fine.
25 times.
25 times. But yeah, without
On the
her,
Butakin.
On the S.
without her, we would be very unorganized and be doing shit with our heads cut
We
off.
still
half
are,
the time.
but whatever.
But yeah,
We
she
try.
makes sure our scheduling's good and goes out of her way to make sure that people pay attention and give us free stuff. So
Yes.
Well, and then a shout out to Itzy because she's on
We're
her.
coming.
yes, she came all the way
Yay,
out.
from the valley!
Came all the way
Yay.
from the valley to come see this. So
It's fun. I love it.
stupid.
What?
Oh!
I'm not coming again.
There we go.
I quit.
But yeah.
Oh no, our table!
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up soon, and we're getting close to 1,500, so that's getting.
Hi, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Big,
And don't forget to go on Facebook and leave a comment for your favorite burger topping, because tomorrow we will decide who gets one of the nice Papa shirts.
Papa.
So go on our feed and check that out. And with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and wrap up the show and say happy birthday one more time to the boss lady.
Happy
So,
birthday.
birthday.
Woo,
Thanks.
so
To the
exciting.
queen, to the queen.
so with that being said, I'm G.
I'm Dom.
I'm Mitzi.
And Donna.
And thank you for guys for listening. And this was the 210 Culture Podcast. And like always, 210 Culture, bringing the best of 210 Nation.
210 Nation.
2, 1, drop it.